Hello guys, my name is Jordan, and every year I'm going to start doing some worst to best list on the animated movies of that year. So, anyways, he's 2010, and some movies were good and some were, well, I only believe one or two of them were bad. But anyhow, we should get started. But there is one movie I did not watch in 2010, and that is Tinkerbell and the Great Fairy Rescue. Wasn't really interested. I'm not interested in that movie anyways. Anyways, starting up on the list is Alpha and Omega. But this movie was terrible. It was boring. But I'm not really gonna explain it because I forgot everything in the whole entire movie. But I just remember it was boring. Anyways, next up on the list is Legend of the Guardians, The Owls of Kahu. Once again, I don't remember it, but that was the least interested animated movie I thought of that year. So let's just go to the next one. The next one is Yogi Bear. This was a great film. Not as good as the other ones, but good enough. It was funny. I mean, really funny. But it should have been a little bit better. Since I remember this film, I'll go ahead and explain it. So, you all saw the cartoon before, just in case. Alright, so they're going out and stealing picnic baskets still, but then the park's gonna is gonna shut down unless they raise a certain amount of money. But then it got ruined by Yogi Bear. So they started chopping down trees, but then they stopped it. Yep, that's it. Let's go ahead and keep going now. Next up on the list is known as in three ways: Shrek 4, Shrek Forever After, and Shrek the Final Chapter. Alright, I'm kind of tired of the Shrek movies. I don't think they should keep going. But anyhow, they're all pretty great. Though the third one was kind of boring. But number 4. But the fourth one, how do I say it? It was still a little boring. But it's better than Shrek the Third, but not as good as the original and Shrek 2. This one is about Shrek. Some kids are having their first birthday party, but then he destroys the cake. He sees Rumpelstiltskin, and then he signs his paper, and then he gets off. He goes into the past, to where he wasn't born. He never met anyone. Blah blah blah. So then he stops Rumpelstiltskin and he goes back to where the birthday party was, and instead he doesn't smash the cake. Alright, let's just keep going. Number 5. The next one up is one of my 5 mystery favorites, which is Despicable Me. I really like this movie. It's funny. It has good animation, and it's pretty interesting. This movie is about a man named Gru who's actually a villain. He's trying to be the number one villain, and with him, his minions, and his assistant, Dr. Nefario. So he heard that someone stole the moon, and then he tries to stop. And then someone stole a pyramid, and then since he wanted to be the number one villain, he decided to steal the moon. And then next, and up, the person who stole the pyramid was Vector, another villain who wanted the moon too. But in order to get the moon, he needed a shrink ray. But then it got stolen, and the only way to get it back was to adopt 3 girls, trick them into selling cookies, then get it. Then once the rocket was done, Vector recognized that the shrink ray was gone. Then after he got the moon, Vector took the girls, but he was used to it already, so he stole it. Then also, yep, that's pretty good. And also one other thing, the minions are so hilarious. Yep. Anyways, the next one on the list is Megamind. This movie, I can't tell you how good this movie is. It's just really good. Yep. Anyways, this is what happens. I could compare this to Despicable Me because it's about a former villain. Oh yeah, and I forgot. At the end of Despicable Me, Gru became a hero. And Megamind is also funny and has an interesting storyline. It has some good character. This movie is about an alien named Megamind. He's sent to Earth along with his arch nemesis Metro Man. But when they grew up, Megamind decided to be a villain. Megamind decided to be a villain, not growing up as a kid. Then Metro Man decided to be a hero, or also known as Defender of Metro City, or in Megamind's perspective, Metrocity. So, in one of their fights, Metro Man fakes his own death. So Megamind was able to rule the world, but then, as everything goes by, like he starts hanging out with a news reporter, and even creates another hero because he misses getting defeated. And then the hero he created actually turned out that he didn't want to be a hero. He thought it was bad. So he decided to, and boring. So he decided to be a villain along with Megamind, but he didn't like that. So he became a hero and defeated the hero he created named Titan. Yep, it's just a pretty good movie. Yep. But there's still more. But anyways, we'll just keep going on the list. We're already 9 minutes in. Almost 10. Anyways, 3 is another one of my favorites is Tangled. They're still going on with the Princess era since last year's Princess and the Frog. But Tangled was a lot better. It's a computer animated Disney film, And also, it's based on Rapunzel. And she's actually she's funny. And then, and there's even, and not to mention, this sort of is a musical. But the songs are great. Really good. My favorite one is Can You See the Light? Yep. So let me just go on with the storyline. It's about a girl named Rapunzel. When she's born, she's stolen because when she was born, her mother ate a flower and she ate it while she was still in her stomach. And then her hair was able to glow because of the flower. But then someone took her when she was only like 1 day old. So she was forced to never leave. But then when she was 18, she ran away with someone named Flynn Rider. That was real name is Eugene. Then next, what happened was, they made a promise. You'll have to see the movie in order to find out what it was. And then but the reason why she left was because every year on her birthday, the whole town throws floating lanterns from when she was gone. But then she found out that she was the lost princess as she went to the kingdom to see the lanterns. So her powers were gone because Eugene cut her hair. And then they all lived happily ever after she went back home with her real family. Yep. Next, Toy Story 3. Yep. So, this one was pretty good. Better than the second one, but not as good as the original first one. This is just a really great movie. Yep. So good. But anyways, I'll go ahead and go with the storyline. Yes, you guys, most people say this as their favorite, but don't worry. When you hear my favorite one ever, you're still gonna be amazed. Anyways, this is what happened in Toy Story 3. Andy, the owner of the toys, grows up. He goes to college, and he doesn't know what to do with the toys. But this is what he decided to do. He decided to keep Woody and take him to college with him. And as for the rest of them, he was gonna put him in the attic. But then he was helping his sister pack some stuff because she had to take her toys to a daycare and donate them. But then while he was gone, his mom thought the bag that the rest of the toys were in was trash. But then when it was on the curb, Woody tried to save them, but they saved themselves. Then they decided to donate themselves. So Woody tried to get them out, but it was too late. They were donated to Sunnyside, and they made a lot of toys. But then Woody, he was gonna try to get back with Woody, but he failed. He lost his hat, and a girl named Bonnie took him home. He tried to escape, but then he realized he had to go get his friends first. But then he realized that the toy that was in charge of Sunnyside, Lotso, was really a villain, and he was capturing everyone. So it was hard to escape. But when they escaped, they fell in the Woody fell in a trash can. But then, well, Lotso threw him in, put him in, and so they end up in the dump. But then, after a bunch of near-death scenes, they're able to escape. Yep. And then they get back to Andy's house, but then Woody writes a note, and it says that he should donate them. Yep, and that's it. Anyways, the last and best movie of 2010 is How to Train Your Dragon. Yep, this is a great movie. Yep, I'd even consider it. Well, I'll tell you another time. But this is just a great movie. It's just real good. It's also really underrated. I really thought this movie was gonna be bad, but then when I saw it, it was great. This movie is about a Viking named Hiccup, and then everyone thinks he's weak until there's a dragon that keeps trying to destroy in the village, but has never been seen, called the Night Fury. So he launched like a arrow at him, and then he succeeded. Then the next day, he found him stuck, and he was gonna kill him, but he noticed that he was scared, so he decided to leave him alone. Then each day he started dragon fighting training, and also seeing the Night Fury, which he nicknamed Toothless. Then he decided to learn how to ride him, and then all the other Vikings found out, and then he decided to make him lead him to the dragon nest. But then he used Toothless to fight against the master of all the dragons, and they succeeded. It's just a really great movie. Anyways, see you next year. Bye. Oh, and also, let me tell you the sequels coming out next year. Be prepared for Happy Feet 2, Cars 2, and Kung Fu Panda 2 next year. Anyways, bye. See you next year.